Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party for another week. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And we are the hosts of the world's best and only improv comedy Dragon Ball Watch-Along podcast. Oh, boy. And we are back. We're going to talk about another episode of Dragon Ball. I guess it's technically filler. We're going to get into it. But before we do, we got Kame housekeeping we got to take care of, organize our thoughts, organize the show, get us into it. And the first piece of Kame housekeeping is the world famous UN sanctioned 1 minute roundup, screeching tire sound.
I'm turning the wheel. Airbag. Poof.
Oh, those airbags were really delayed, but I'm glad we're okay.
I'm glad everyone's safe, but I mean, we're in this guardrail and there's smoke coming out of the engine. Oh man, my dad's gonna kill me.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about your dad. He's not gonna kill you. Are you making engine noises? Are you crying in an engine noise?
In engineese.
Oh, you cry in engineese?
The language of cars.
And
seed.
Seed. Oh boy. I was trying to get out a ka-chow in there, but I couldn't because you were revving that thing. You were all the way up to 11. You were pushing that dial.
I was red line.
Ooh, red line. Not the time. Because Aaron, that is our improv scene that we do at the top of every show to loosen or tighten our muscles to dive into whatever feels right and funny as we talk about this episode of Dragon Ball coming up. But before that, we now get into the 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us, this time Aaron, has 60 seconds. I enunciate because it's a short amount of time. 60 seconds or 1 minute to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball Z, 116 episodes, Dragon Ball Z to be precise. He's rounding them up. He's got to round up those little doggies of information to give them to you in a minute, because you don't have to now go back and watch every single episode of Dragon Ball to know what's going on. You don't have to listen to every single episode of the podcast. But, you know, if you're in the mood, by all means. Just settle into your favorite armchair or spot on the couch.
I mean, if you're alone and mood strikes, turn on that Dragon Ball.
Yeah, no headphones needed when you're home alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, blast it real loud.
Blast it real loud. Yeah, leave your windows open. Let the neighbors watch.
Yeah. Instead of letting out your login, just turn the TV a little bit and open that window.
Enough. Aaron, I think we've made them a little too steamy.
I mean, it is after dark.
Oh, yeah.
And we those after dark boys might have crept in here for a sec.
Careful.
I dare not speak their name.
Don't speak their name because they'll come. But
you're baiting. You are clearly baiting.
I'm not baiting.
You're baiting the after dark boys. You want them to come out.
God,
you're begging for them.
This kind of content will make the fans demand all late night records, but that won't happen because we're adults. But what is going to happen, Aaron, is me asking you this crucial question: are you ready to round up?
I am. I think I always look at the timer that pops up on screen. This time, what if I don't? So I'll look not at the screen.
Okay.
As I go in. So let's see what happens. A 3, a 2. I'm ready to round up. 3, 2, 1. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. You collect them all. You get any wish you want. Now I'm self-conscious about this. But look, it stars Goku. He's a little boy. He's a dude. He does a bunch of karate. He's super strong. He stops a bunch of people from using the Dragon Balls for evil. He meets all of his friends through karate, including his wife. He enters 3 tournaments that he loses in the first 2, but the third one he wins. Also defeats a demon king. So he gets married, has a kid. Turns out his brother from space comes. He's an alien. His brother wants him to be evil. He says no. So he kills his brother, goes into the afterlife, trains at karate more so, comes back, defeats more evil aliens, but his buddies die in the process. So they're like, we got to go to Namek. That's where Dragon Balls are from. So they go. And he fights a bunch of weird space aliens. He defeats the toughest dude in the universe. And then there was kind of peace when that planet exploded and everything kind of worked out. Everyone came back. Oh, hey, that's it.
You got it. You did it.
Yeah, we got it all in.
We got it all in because we just talked about the last episodes of our podcast. We covered the Garlic Jr. saga, which is just filler. So Aaron didn't miss a damn thing.
No, I didn't miss anything. Also, my hair is going crazy. Anyway, we're good.
If your hair is going crazy, and if you want to send in your own 1-minute roundup, please feel free. Send it to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com in the form of an MP3. Do whatever you want to it. You want to write a little song about the story of Dragon Ball, you could do that. You want to do your own 1-minute roundup where you do no cuts, you could do that. We've had people produce the heck out of theirs, bringing in all kinds of audio and stuff. So you can participate in the 1-minute roundup if you so choose. Just send it to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Now, getting into the final piece of Kame housekeeping, which is where I tell the listener that Aaron and I watched 2 different versions of the show, subbed and dubbed. I watch the dub, Aaron watches the sub, and we do that because comparing and contrasting is fun. And if you're like a middle schooler and you really need to write a paper, that's how you do it. Compare one thing, contrast it with another. Bada bing, bada boom. You got a 500 to 1,000 word essay right then and there. But we're not writing an essay. We're talking one poorly, and it's going to be about this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Because I will start by giving the English title, because those are usually the first differences between what we watch. So here it comes. Dragon Ball Z, episode 117, Krillin's Proposal.
Mm-hmm. Mine's a little lengthier.
All right.
As per usual. So the episode title for episode 117 of Dragon Ball from the original Japanese, roughly translated, is You're My Guy, Krillin. A 101st proposal.
Oh, a 101st proposal.
I'll go ahead and give you spoilers. That number did not come into play.
Oh, man.
Unless it's 101, a basic, I don't know.
Like the basics of proposing, the basics of dating.
Yeah, rules of engagement.
10 things I hate about you.
She's all that.
27 dresses.
Bewitched.
5-year engagement.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
And John Tucker Must Die. I broke it. I broke it. There we go. John Tucker Must Die. A wonderful Disney movie. Isn't it? It's a Disney movie, right? ABC Family now. Eddie, shut up, Vince. We're talking about Dragon Ball. I don't know why I'm like diverting, because this episode, it's nonstop. It's nonstop. So let's start.
Hamilton.
Let's start. Hands
like
up.
Hamilton.
Krillin coming in with his hands up. And they're full.
Krillin. I don't have a last name. Does he? No. It's just Krillin.
No, it's just Krillin, unless we want to give him the Mario treatment. Krillin.
A true Pokemon.
He's got no nose. He does have the attack. He has the TM flash.
He has
and he is cut.
Attacks.
He is cut.
He is a weird little man. No, he's changed clothes and he can grow his hair different. So I don't know.
But
Although
hey,
I know-
Mr. Mime also can change clothes and wear his hair different.
And that Squirtle did wear sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what? The jury's still out on whether
right.
Krillin is a Pokemon or not.
We may revisit whether or not Krillin is a Pokemon by the end of this episode. So
if we consider if Android 18 is a Pokemon, then maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. All right. So this episode starts. Thankfully, there's no garlic in this episode, but there is some shopping. Krillin is, following faithfully behind Marin, holding a bunch of boxes because they be shopping. And I think this is going to be different in yours, but Krillin is like, okay, look, Marin's in a dress, a nice figure hugging dress, and Krillin is watching her walk away and is saying in his head, he's saying that, wow, I can't believe Marin has the stamina to do all this shopping. We've been at it all day or something like that. So I'm assuming he says something different in yours, but I'm willfully going to accept whatever you give me.
Before we get to the guy in the car.
Yeah.
It ain't about shop. It's just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, so the whole, in my version at least, the whole recurring theme of the episode is Krillin is just like, oh, what does she see in a guy like me? Maybe I can't make her happy.
Okay.
Maybe she'd be better with a rich guy.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? Ugh. But then he's like, but every time that happens, like Marin like says, hey, come along. Like he's like, come on.
Come on, little Krillin. We've got more shopping to do, little Krillin.
Yeah, she does. And he comes a running.
He's got a little jingle bell collar on.
Not around his neck. I do want to back up to the narrator who calls out the Garlic Jr. saga by saying, quote, Garlic Jr. came and went like a scene from a TV drama. Wink.
Okay. All right. Like, is he talking about Days of Our Lives? What is it? Oh, man, I used to have soaps on deck, and now I don't even remember them.
You're too old.
Oh, all my children.
Not old enough.
All my children, Days of Our Lives.
General Hospital.
General Hospital.
The world turns.
Yep.
Passions, I think I don't know if Passions is still on. I know Passions had a doll that came to life, but anyway.
What? Damn. Damn. Okay. Now I got an idea, but we'll take this offline.
Okay. But yeah. So, a little jab, I think, at the Garlic Jr. Krillin drops all of the packages in front of a very, I'm not going to say very cool. He's wearing a suit. He's got a sports car.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the 80s, like, slick back pompadour look. The rich guy, Marin, and Krillin have zero interaction between each other. He's just there.
Okay. That's it in yours. There's no, like... So Marin, in mine, Krillin falls coming out of those revolving doors. Marin I think Krillin's like, oh, this must be like a little embarrassing. And then Marin says, Krillin, are you a little embarrassed? But the guy in the sunglass with the car doesn't really say anything. He just like kind of looks looks at Krillin in a way.
It's weird.
And that's it. Like,
it's just there to show like, when I see Marin next to this hunky guy with a good car, I'm like, what am I doing? Krillin, you have a car.
Krillin, we learned at the end of the last episode, you bought a new car.
Got a new car. You're a hunky guy.
He's a beefcake.
You can grow your hair.
You can fucking fly, bro.
This is, let's discuss this now. Because I'm tired of this entire episode.
Yeah.
Just Krillin having like, you went to space.
In a dripped out outfit, by the way.
Mm-hmm. You went to space. You died twice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can talk about. You are the most interesting man in the world, Krillin.
You've come in the top 5 of the last 3 Tenkaichi tournaments. Like, everybody knows who you are, essentially.
You're a fucking catch, dude.
Yeah.
You can have any, like, I get it. You have issues. That's why you're dating a Bulma clone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who just wants to, again, she's shopping because she knows you're rich.
Yeah.
You know, you got that martial artist money.
You know what? Girls who aren't interested in guys, or like girls who are interested in guys that don't have money, they don't say, "Hey, let's go on a fucking shopping spree." They say, "Let's chill at home because I know you can't afford it," and then they leave. And they leave for somebody who has money. That's not true. That's not true, everybody. I'm just playing for the bit. This is just a bit. Parody. It's parody.
Yeah, this like Alex Jones parody. If lawyers ask us if anything about this podcast, it was all parody.
I'll yell
characters.
I'll yell. I'll put on 200 pounds, and I'll just be like, "I'm parody." Oh,
yeah. We'll eat barbecue shirtless.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Try to steal. Yeah, we'll try to steal Bert Kreischer's bit.
Yeah, we'll get in several lawsuits.
Mm-hmm,
several horrible, horrible lawsuits. Let's not talk about him.
Yeah, because Well, I'll just say this: in my version, I am being sued by the cast of Yu Yu Hakusho, the cast of Boruto for defamation.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I win because he ain't shit.
Yeah, the judge is like, Boruto, what is this? I sentenced you to eat a spicy burger. Get out of here, kid.
Oh, the appellate court judge that takes on that case. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, because we got there's an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Roshi. He's calling up everyone. He's like, you gotta come to the island. Shit's hit the fan. Fuck. Yamcha, stop playing ball. Get over here.
Yeah. Let's run through. He calls Bulma when she's at Capsule Corp. Yamcha when he's in the dugout during a game.
They let him take a phone call during the game. I'm surprised by that.
That's baseball, baby.
I mean, they have time, I guess.
They have a phone. They have a phone in the dugout, but it's usually for like the scouts and some of the other coaches to call down to the manager to like say, hey, like so and so looks like they need to get, swapped out or whatever strategy they're. I don't know. I bet you most of the time they're just saying like, hey, can you give me a hot dog?
I mean, that's what I would do. If I was in a dugout and I knew I could reach someone, I'd be like, look, man, 2 beers and some peanuts. Let's go.
I'm going to the bullpen. I need some gummy candy. Can you send it?
Who's got eyes on Dippin' Dots? And it better be in a little plastic helmet or no thanks.
Those are commemorative. You can't always get those. Mm-hmm. Okay? You got to keep them when you get them.
You got to keep them. Don't throw them out.
Roshi calls Yamcha. He calls Goku's house. Ox King is there. He picks up Chi-Chi, frustrating, is just like, throws her hands up. She's like, another one of these Roshi things? Jesus. Gohan's going to have to stop studying, and I'm going to have to stop washing dishes. And then this is the most interesting thing. He calls Krillin. Mm-hmm. And what we see is the phone next to a framed photo of Krillin and Marin, and Krillin's ski up on the wall. But Krillin and Marin have a shared answering machine message.
What?
So to layer onto all this stuff that we've already talked about with Krillin having such like anxiety and negative self-image, in my version of the show, I'm assuming they live together, or why would they have this message? And here it comes, Aaron. Here's the message that they leave. This is Krillin, and this is Marin. You can leave a message after the beep, or you could be a hopeless loser and hang up. And then together they say, ciao. I think it's cute.
That's not bad. I can see Krillin going chow. Like, chow. Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
not
get it.
Italian.
Yeah. Bellissima.
I'm not Italian, but I do fettuccine Alfredo.
But it is pasta night.
Mm-hmm. But the Roshi after the beep leaves this message where he just goes, Krillin! Not Krillin, get down here. All you hear is Krillin, and then it cuts. This episode's great.
Mine is so poignant.
Oh wow.
So there's zero voices, my friend. It just rings and no one answers. Well, it pans across the room to, of course, you see this picture of Marin and Krillin on Krillin's desk. His gi is hung up with care, much like he hung up on martial arts. But the thing I took from this is that when did he move out?
That is a good question. When did he move out?
Or is he calling the room over?
Roshi's just calling the room up. But also, so what? So I guess maybe we have to pick one to be canon. Has Krillin moved out and is on his own, or has he moved out and recently moved in with Marin?
I don't. I feel like Marin wouldn't let him hang up some dirty ass gi on his wall. If they move, I don't think. Look, we all know at this point in time, Krillin's a virgin. Come on, I guess that's that's.
Look, I don't.
The deciding factor, isn't it?
I don't know. And look, listeners, we don't do research. So this is where you come in. If you know the lore of whether or not Krillin popped his little cherries or not, or if you know
I hate how you're describing this, but continue.
If Krillin has shacked up with Marin, you gotta let us know. Email us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Find us on social media, #KHP Research, so we can know the truth and decide what gets canonized or not Nick canonized. Nick Cannon has 10 children. This week he had a that we know of.
Mm-hmm. Marin comes back. Bring Marin back in Super.
Oh man,
with a bald child.
Bring Marin back with a bald child. Bring Launch back with a 3-eyed bald child.
But she just stole the baby and put a little googly eye on it.
Hey, Tien, It's me. I'm back, and I have you, son.
Because we definitely had sex.
Just shaking it so the eye moves.
Tien, don't. I've been around you forever. I'm pretty sure you didn't.
But Chaozu, the child has my eyes. All 3 of them.
That's true. I mean, one is looking up while the other 2 are actually moving, so I don't know.
He hasn't had
kind of how your eyes work, though.
He hasn't had me to guide him on how to use his 3 eyes, Chaozu. This has to be my child. That's right, Tien. It's your child, and it's not a doll.
Hold on. Let's remove these swaddling clothes. Check the belly.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, 10 abs. Yeah, it's yours.
Phew. Good thing I drew on those abs.
Wait a minute. Let me touch him real quick.
Chaozu, no. Don't touch that child. It's my child.
Well, who's going to feed it? Take care. I'm not raising it. I'm not ready to be an uncle.
No one asked you, Chaozu.
Or brother?
I mean, no, you're not his brother, Chaozu. Okay. I'm not your dad.
Wait, you're not daddy?
No. Oh, no. Chaozu. Chaozu.
You're not my papa?
Let's not. Tien? You had a child before you met me?
Now I'm a ghost again.
And seed. Yeah, I think, genuinely, I would love to see, like Toriyama, Toyotaru, whoever's taking the helm of this new chapter of Dragon Ball Super, or the team working on Dragon Ball Super Heroes. Put Launch in there. I want to see Launch in Dragon Ball Super Heroes, where like she gets key energy, but it comes out of her gun.
She has a transformation.
She's got a transformation
into a giant gun like Megatron.
Yes. She sneezes 3 times and morphs into a giant gun
that Piccolo uses.
Yeah,
in his giant form.
Oh, I still haven't seen that, but I know what you're talking.
I mean, oh shit!
Well, no, he grows. He grows in dream. Yeah, he turns giant.
Look, all I'm saying before we move on to the next bit is that my thoughts is that for thoughts, Krillin did move out. This is his first little bachelor pad.
Okay.
I think he got a nice picture frame. I think this is just his little one room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe it's even on the other side of the no, because he had to bring her over to introduce them all. So he's space changed the man. I
think so. Talk about broadening your horizons. There's no horizon in space. You just keep broadening. That didn't make any sense. Let's keep moving.
All right, will do. So we're back. Krillin's on the street.
Krillin on the street.
He and Marin are walking around. And then Marin looks at a wedding dress and goes, "Oh, Krillin, I want to try this on." And then this puts it in Krillin's head of like, "Wait, what? You want to, what?" And he's imagining his wedding day. He, of course, is wearing white, which again, why I said that
the evidence is mounting. The evidence is mounting.
But then, like, so it's the weird thing of like, then she just like points at a bunch of stuff like, "Hey, that house is cute. Wow, that car is cool." It's just stuff you do when you're walking around, right? You're just like, "Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool."
I'm going to kind of give a little perspective from somebody who was in the pre-engagement phase of a long relationship. So I'm going to get to that, but I want to talk about my version of the show because she says like, "Oh my God, Krillin, look at this dress. I want to get married in this dress. I think I'd look amazing in this dress. Don't you think I'd look amazing?" He has to daydream. But Marin then, like, as she's pointing at other stuff, she's like, "Oh, and I want a car like that for when I'm married. It'll go so great with the dress. And then I can see myself raising a family in that house over there."
Nothing about a family in mind. Continue.
Yeah. So like they tied all that together. And now I'm not saying that this is a sweeping statement about people who want to be engaged, who don't want to be, but as a person that was in a long-term relationship, committed relationship that has turned into a marriage, there was a point in time where my then girlfriend, who is now my wife,
your ex-girlfriend,
my ex-girlfriend, now wife, was pointedly looking at certain things or like leaning in to say like, "Oh, isn't that a nice blank? Oh, isn't that a nice blank? Wouldn't it?" Oh, and again, this is maybe after we've hinted, discussed taking the relationship to that next step. Like we'd been living together. So like when you're walking around New York and you see a bridal shop in a window, or you see like some cozy kind of thing, you're like, "Oh, I could see us doing that. I could see us doing." But it's more of like an us thing and less about like, "I like this. I want to do this." Which it seems like, and I think we know Marin pretty well. Marin would never have this conversation with Krillin outright just because she's like, whatever. She's just...
She's coy.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like your English version sort of putting words in Marin's mouth. Because it was never, at least in mine, it was never like, I want to be married in this dress. I could see myself living there. It's just like, oh, that's cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
So I think the gag of it is part of like Krillin reading into things, and that kind of makes the ending pop a little more.
Okay.
But we gotta talk to Krillin's daydream about being a daddy, and why did he gave himself a Hitler stash in the future?
I didn't want to say Hitler. I was going to say Michael Jordan.
Sorry, he gave himself the little tramp stash. But he had but he still has no nose. So
still has no nose.
Very upsetting.
So it looks wrong.
Took a hot second to realize what it was.
Yeah, I think I rewound it, and then I made my note. But yeah, there are two little Krillin clones. One's got blue hair poking around his leg. The other is like in front of him, also bald. Very cute, very fun. Yeah, he's got a gi. So, that martial artist life gets. Yeah, of course. Krillin would never.
Ooh, another kid to beat up, great. And it's Krillin's. Hell yeah.
What was I gonna say? I don't know if there's ever a point. Oh yeah, he asked. I think it's at this point. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but he's like, "Oh, Goku, I wish you were here. You'd give me some good advice." I was like, Krillin, what's wrong with you?
What if it's
Goku's had one relationship.
That's it. Fell in his lap.
Literally. Literally.
I mean, after he fell in the lap.
Yeah.
If we remember correctly.
I think it would, yeah, classic be cute. You fall into a girl's lap. Then you take her on a ride on your cloud. You check to make sure she's a girl.
Yep.
You fall in love. 3 years later. You fight each other. Bada bing, bada boom. You get married in front of the world and the martial arts community.
Go meet your grandpa's very tall wife. But Krillin needs someone. He needs a friend outside of his current friend group of aliens and world savers who can be like, no, actually, dude, you rule. You're good. You are solid. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Krillin, you do realize you've saved the world 3 times now?
You're too good for her.
Exactly. But the thing is, we don't get that kind of, I guess that's it. He doesn't have that friend. Because I guess it's probably wrong to go to Goku's only son and say hey, can you give me some girl advice? And Gohan's like, I only know biology, trigonometry.
Yeah.
And fighting.
I know that if you don't do what you're told, you get beat. That's all I know about.
Well, Krillin, are you studying enough? Maybe you're not studying enough, because if you don't study enough, my mom's gonna hit you with a cattle whip.
This is normal for me.
It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I miss my dad. Why won't he come home? What's so special about space?
He was the buffer. Look, what's so special? I mean, speaking of special, it's Turtle's birthday. That was the emergency. It's his 1,000th year on Earth. There's a lot of S's and TH sounds in that, but I said it perfectly. No one. You did it.
You did great. You did a great job.
Well, Turtle, thank you for coming out. But I got to talk about this. You saw all your friends there, and you started to weep.
It was beautiful. Oh, they surprised me. I wasn't expecting anything, but they really came through. They even put all 1,000 candles on a giant cake for me.
And no one died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
And I blew all of them out in 2 puffs. These old lungs.
Oh, puff, puff, pass. A slice of that cake to me.
Absolutely. Here you go. Slide. Pretty quick.
Yeah. Is it? What's a turtle cake taste like?
Yeah. What do you put in a turtle's cake? Mealworms, seaweed, jellyfish.
Oh yeah. Well, it's actually a bunch of plastic bags.
Oh, got him. And those weren't candles. Those were straws. Birthday break. Kratom.
It's the two things you hate. No, I'm just kidding, bud. Here you go. Everyone's here.
It's normal cake.
It's just one section. I'm like, hey, get this section. Wink. That's the joke one. Everything else, it's lemon poppy seed.
You to divert from Dragon Ball for just a moment.
Of course.
I don't like the trend I've seen on social media in the past couple of years where everybody is having a birthday and somebody smashes a cake in their face. Like smashes the cake in their face. What are we doing? Like, knock that shit off. It's a cake.
I don't like pranks.
It's for eating. It's not. It's annoying to me. Like, don't waste cake. Don't waste cake. That's what I wanted to get out there. And I'm glad we didn't see Turtle with cake on his face because it would have made me mad.
He's 1,000 years old.
He's 1,000 years old. That's so cool. Turtle came back in big style. He hasn't been in an episode for like a couple of sagas now. And then he shows up. It's his 100th birthday or 1,000th birthday. And he's passing out nuggets of wisdom to Krillin.
Go, you mean at the beach?
Yeah, on the beach at night.
Because, just real quick, Krillin and Marin show up to the party.
Right.
They think the cake is for them.
What?
Okay, all right. I'm glad we backtracked to this. So,
okay.
Krillin and Marin come in. They don't know what the fuck's going on. Krillin's like, you didn't have to get us a cake. I mean, it's still early. And how'd you guys know anyway? And they're like, what? So everyone's like, wait, are you two getting married? And Krillin's like, well, it's not official. And we're just, And then Roshi does the gag of you need my permission. If you, as your master, I got to approve of Marin. And, I'll approve if you give me one round of Pafu Pafu. 3 minutes in the ring, baby.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of Pafu Pafu.
Oolong is the ring girl. Here's my terms. Oolong is ring girl. Untransformed.
More like ring goo.
Oh, you're... Yes, dressed as Sadako from the Ring movies. I want you to, do a weird backwards walk.
It'll cost you, old man.
That's fine. Hey, for 3 minutes to box Marin. Wait, what did I want?
Beats me. Yo, creep.
Look, I get 2. She has to wear boxing gloves. I don't. We're both in the same trunks. With Trunks' face on them. Y'all will know what that means later. And then it's a whipped cream factory. Anyway.
Oh, there it is. That was the button.
But yeah, that's so nothing like that. Or no, we have nothing like that in yours. They just come in hey, it's Turtle's birthday.
Yeah, they come in and Krillin's like, hey, sorry, we were late. We were out and didn't get the call. And Marin goes, oh my God, Krillin, this cake would be perfect, perfect for the wedding. I would love this cake. And that's when everybody's like, huh? What? And Krillin's like, well, it's not official, and we're just thinking about it. We're shopping around. Is his line? He says we're shopping around. So look. I'm not going to tell anybody how to be in their own relationship. We didn't start shopping around until we were firmly engaged, my man. Till that ring was on the finger.
Mm-hmm. So it's, I mean, like you said, Krillin needs a friend. Maybe it's Turtle. Because again, Krillin's at night looking up at the stars on the beach, wondering about Marin. Again, wondering about her feelings towards him.
Mm-hmm.
How's he, what can he do? Turtle comes out. He's like, hey, just why don't you give her the mermaid's tear? It's a big ass pearl at the bottom of the ocean.
He doesn't. Sorry. Before the mermaid's tear stuff, Turtle does give Krillin like the advice that we're talking about that he needs in saying
really?
Because Krillin's like, I'm no good. Like Marin can't like me, and then Krillin's like, and Turtle's like, that's not true. What do you like about her? And then Krillin's like, oh, she's tall, she's beautiful and charming. And then Turtle goes, well, what is it? If she can't love you for who you really are, try giving her a giant pearl.
That's bad advice, Turtle.
He does a hard 180.
1,000 years old. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're a real chud, I guess you should give her jewelry. Maybe that'll convince her to tolerate your ass.
I don't know. If I was a virgin, I'd go get her a giant pearl.
Yeah. I'm not. Look, I canonically have fucked. I have a son.
I had a clutch.
I was clutching that clutch.
And no, I wasn't on the beach waiting for them to come out. I was cruising the jet stream, looking for more turtle tail.
As soon as I heard she was going to the beach, I said, no thanks. And I dipped. Started a Pixar movie real quick. Yeah, what the fuck? That's horrible advice.
Horrible. I was like, oh, they're going to make Turtle the moral center who's going to, like, at the end of it, like, still come to Krillin and be like, Krillin, you didn't need any of that anyway. You can still, propose marriage to Marin. But no, he's the impetus. He says, go. The mermaid's tear, this giant pearl is somewhere nearby.
So, does Turtle explain that this pearl might have magical properties?
No. He says you can win her love with a pearl, but you can't win her love. So it's kind of like the Dragon Ball thing. You can't wish for somebody to fall in love with you. I guess he's trying to say that the pearl is not going to solve all the problems, but it could be the spark you need to get the lights going. It's a really weird translation.
I'm trying to get you laid, Krillin. Look. Chocolates, a trail of rose petals, big ass pearl.
Salt water to moisten in.
Yeah, here's how you get a big tank of water. A charcuterie of jellyfish.
Kelp.
Mm-hmm. What's that cost? Like 10.
You got money, Krillin.
What's carrots cost? Like $5? You could do it. What is this? This episode's insane.
This episode is really crazy.
It's because, okay, so the magic thing is just like, this is what I heard, but if you get the mermaid's tear, if you give it to if someone who loves you gives it to you, you'll guaranteed to be happy.
Okay, one of those. Yeah.
Like,
if you make a promise on this bridge, it'll come true. Mm-hmm. Or, if you put what is it, that bridge in Paris that's going to fall under the weight of all these stupid locks people are putting on the bridge.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. That's a Pittsburgh thing, too.
Oh, no, I think it's an all bridges thing now these days. It's
an all bridge bulletin. Put a lock on it.
AB P. All bridges bulletin. I even think a Carrie Bradshaw in Just Like That went to that bridge to mourn the loss of her big, who died on a Peloton. We will never forget that he died on a Peloton staring at big old boobs. That's how Big died.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know the boob part.
It's implied in that first episode that Big is like only doing the Peloton because the trainer has big old chest stuff, and then he dies on a Peloton, and now Peloton is like going bankrupt. Yeah.
Was he pedaling while pedaling?
No.
Is that the implication?
No. The show has gotten that horny though at points in that first season.
The show's always horny.
But like I can't get into
Vince.
I can't get into this.
The title's Sex in the City.
But she's not in it. Kim Cattrall isn't there.
They have to up the horniness for every other character. They don't have Kim Cattrall to soak it all up.
That's true.
Soak it all out. Depending on how you're trying to do it.
Aaron, I've gotten us off track yet again. We'll have to pick this up on and just like that, Vince and Aaron have another podcast, but now it's about the Sex and the City spinoff.
Is that the title of it? Just like that, Vince and Aaron have another podcast.
Yes.
I mean, and just like that, Krillin and Gohan have gone into the ocean to look for this pearl, and we gotta dive headfirst into a commercial.
Hey everybody. Welcome to the commercial. We've got a few things we want to talk to you guys about. First being, we've got charity streams coming up this October. Coming up fast, by the way. The first one, chronologically, is the Stream for a Cure. I am coming off of a 2-year chemo treatment cycle. And to celebrate, I want to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And I'm doing that in the form of a 6 to 8 hour stream, about the length of one of my infusions. Going to be playing Bloodborne because I'm a pale blood now. That's right. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be reborn. I can't wait for the moon to come.
Mm-hmm. I mean, werewolves are clawing at your door to fight you now.
Absolutely. They don't want me to gain the knowledge.
There they are. Oh, I usually take it out in post, but
leave it in really this time. Them.
Okay, yeah.
They're like my cats. They just scratch at the door a bunch.
They just, you know what? They just want to come into the room so they can decide to leave it.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the first stream for a Cure. October 15th, 10:30 a.m. is when it's going to start, only on our twitch.tv/Kame House Party. But what's that I hear? Is that a newsie?
Extra, stream all about it. Those KHP boys back at it again with the charity stream. Hydraulic Time Chamber charity stream, October 29th from, I think we said 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Hey, kid. You seem like a smart boy. Where can I watch this charity stream?
Why, mister, you can. It's free of charge, unless you're greedy. You can watch it at twitch.tv/Kame House Party, and then maybe give to Extra Life, supporting Children's Miracle Network. Those KHP boys are playing Resident Evil 4. They're going to try and beat it on stream.
Resident Evil 4. Nice.
Well, because it's Halloween,
all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's Halloween.
All Hallows Eve. The Devil's Holiday. The Witching Hour.
You got one more?
The Witching Glower.
Here's
where
5
a bunch
cents.
of witches just get mad at you. They just look at you. They go, That's not very witch-like.
Well, give me one of these newspapers. I'm going to be watching this stream.
I'm a 40-year-old man doing a dumb voice. I don't got any newspapers, mister.
Well, you're worth 10 cents to me, so here's a dime.
Ooh, let me take a bite out of it.
Don't.
Oh no, my teeth. My brittle 40-year-old teeth. They broke. On this single dime.
All right,
the thinnest of all coins.
Listen up, kid. I got to get out of here, and these nice young people got to get back to their show.
Oh, you said it. I better hit the button. All right.
Yeah.
During the commercial break, Vince and I have come to a decision that Steve from Sex and the City
is the Krillin of his universe.
he short, a short king.
A short king, slightly athletic. Because Steve, Steve was out there playing basketball a little too much for Miranda.
Mm-hmm. She didn't get it.
Mm-mm.
This orange ball through a hoop. This isn't lawyering. And then they fell in love. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched the show.
Who knows? Maybe there needs to be a sisters podcast to this. But Steve and Krillin, they share that same, like, I'm the kind of guy that will, any attention I get, I'm going to just, that's my person. And so Krillin is that for Maren, Steve is that for Miranda.
Look, first girl, best girl. That's the way you do it.
That's how you do it.
And just like how you don't act, I gotta say, is Roshi and Ox King. They're checking out Maren as she's sunbathing, wondering where Krillin is.
Yep.
Chi rolls up behind him and like yells at him for good measure. It's like, don't be it. It's like, stop looking like a lech, Dad.
Yeah. Ox King, I thought you were better than that.
You be a king.
And
just go steal her from Krillin.
Yeah. Just go take her.
Look, you're a retired man, so you got time on your hands.
You got big old hands.
You're still living off that castle insurance. If you talk about picking up chicks, just literally pick them up.
Your wife is technically your wife, or your daughter is technically married to a millionaire. After that Tenkaichi tournament win. Yeah, so why not? Why not swoop in, Ox King?
Is every Z boy a catch?
I think so. I definitely think so. Yamcha, professional baseball player. Also, devilish rogue nature and charm. Piccolo, the tall one with green skin.
Responsible.
Loyal.
Loves children?
He does like children. And has a job offer to be Guardian of the Universe.
I mean, he's... How well off does he have to be to turn that down, right?
Oh, exactly. He's independently wealthy. He's got old money. He's got King Piccolo money.
That whole stash he found. A Tien.
Hunky.
Serious, brooding.
The strong, silent type. Also loves children.
Yeah.
Ghostly children.
Chaozu, a ghost.
Chaozu, he can do a lot with his little hands.
Look. If you're a goth weirdo, Chaozu's the boy for you.
Exactly. If you're gothcore, go get that little boy. Who's left?
I guess Yajirobe. He has a pet cat.
He's got a pet cat, and he lives in a high-rise apartment.
He does live in a high-rise. The man can cook.
He can cook.
Has a car.
Yep.
He's
outdoorsy.
Yeah.
He's down to earth.
I like that we're just writing these profiles for these fictional characters.
Aaron, I think we need to start anime Tinder.
Yeah. Highlight all the best attributes. I think we can only do the fighters because like an oolong, no. Good. Get out of here.
Roshi, he's retired. He should be retired from all social events.
Yeah, and he take his phone away from him.
Goku taken, and then we got the bad boy, the baddest of boys, Vegeta.
Still in the market, ladies.
Still on the market.
Prince.
He'll steal your dad's spaceship. Go off to fight his rival.
Who's ready to be my queen? That's the headline.
I'm sorry, Samantha, but I can't give you this rose. You're too weak. That's why Claire gets the rose this week. She told me all about how you weren't really a cheerleader in college.
I need someone who's brutally honest.
And here for all the right reasons. And then he
To
just
beat
points,
me in battle.
just points to all of his muscles.
Yeah.
He does the peck dance.
I like that him on The Bachelor would just be like 0 dates. He's training the whole time. He's like, what do I have to do? All right, I guess you. All right. Here. He just chucks a bunch of roses and says, catch.
She flies through the window.
It's like, oh, she can fly? Ooh.
Nice.
Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you fly away.
You, come with me to the fantasy suite.
Which is...
Dress up like Kakarot so I can defeat you in battle.
We're going to make out at 100 times gravity. The most powerful lips in the universe.
Oh, man.
They've tried it.
Oh, they've tried it.
Her and Bulma, he's like, look, maybe I'll make love to you if I can get a workout in at the same time. Just try it once.
Where do you want to start? 100 times gravity? 200?
You're a genius. That translates.
My safe word is Kakarot.
But it's also my start word. I don't know many words.
But we don't get many words from Marin in this next like sequence, because she, after being out in the sun, gets a little bored, comes into the house looking for Krillin. Instead, she finds a Yamcha and immediately sits down and is like, "Hey, Yamcha, I'm bored." And
she wants to go shopping.
Oh, okay. They don't even give me that. They just say, "Hey, Yamcha, I'm bored." Like,
I don't know what that means.
You want to make out, bro? That's usually what that means. It's like, I'm bored. Let's do stuff. But
unless she's got a pack of Uno cards in her hands.
Mm-hmm. I didn't want to go too blue. But maybe if you draw 4, you can change the color of the comedy. All right. Anyway.
I'm like, what breakdown are you currently having on mic? Oh, okay, I get it now. I understand.
Oh God. And speaking of like breakdowns, Bulma and Chi-Chi. Well, Bulma nearly has a breakdown. She's like, "Hey, aren't you getting engaged to Krillin? Like, what are you doing talking to Yamcha?" What did she say? Yeah, then Bulma goes like, "So, like, when's the date? Did you guys decide a date? Like, when are you going to get married? All that kind of stuff." Chi-Chi then steps in and says, "She's playing it coy. She doesn't have to, blah, blah, blah." And then says to Marin, "Isn't that true?" Marin then says, what does she say? Oh my God.
I'm just surprised the differences, but continue.
She calls them both middle-aged ladies. She's like, you two middle-aged ladies are so funny.
Aunties.
Like, asking me all these questions. She goes, aunties.
Yeah. Auntie Sans is what the translation said. I'm surprised about Chi-Chi saying like, "Oh, she's playing coy." Because Chi-Chi was like, yeah, you got to fucking straighten up and fly right if you're trying to be a wife.
Oh, okay. Again,
to be serious.
I don't know why they decided to make Turtle morally corrupt and make Chi-Chi side with Marin for a second.
They hate her.
Because they both hate Marin. And yeah, when she calls him out for being middle-aged, Bulma and Chi-Chi both accuse each other of being older. And then Chi-Chi's like, "No, you're actually older than me.
You're legitimately older than me."
Which I completely forgot that Bulma is like how many years older?
How many olds?
How many olds is she? She's like
She
6
was
years.
16 when Goku was 13, and he got married at 18, I think.
So
right?
she's 3 years older than
And
Chi
then
Chi,
5
at
years
least.
passed, so 23. Add another one for funsies, 24. Oh, she's in her late 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Because we know married at 18. 17 or 8. Let's say 18.
18, yeah.
Married. 5 years for Gohan to come along.
Yep.
23. Add an extra year of training, 24.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We'll just say 20. Yeah, 27. She's up there.
Yeah.
That's
And
not even. What am I talking about? That's not fucking up there.
it's not up there, but like we're assuming that Marin is like what, 20? If that.
Does she drink?
They don't really do any drinking in mine, or they don't tell you that it's alcohol when they do drink. So I don't think she can. I don't think she hasn't drunk anything in the episodes that I've seen.
If she's calling them old, she's young.
Yeah.
But look, that's whatever. We got to get to some buck wild shit. So we have Krillin and Gohan just hanging out in the bottom of the ocean looking for this pearl. I hate how they draw Gohan. He is the swollest 5-year-old in the ocean and also the world.
Like it is like I mean, both of them are yoked, but like Gohan is so stout and boxy, and his legs are so thick. He wouldn't float; he'd sink. All that muscle.
Yeah, he's got the muscle density of a chimpanzee. I mean, he is a Saiyan.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. But chimpanzees famously can't swim.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Also,
what that was in reference to.
Oh well, I can swim. I famously cannot float.
Neither can I.
Ah,
and everyone knows. And everyone knows this.
Yeah, don't ask us if you see us out in public. Don't ask us to float.
You look at our Wikipedia. Yeah, everyone's always like, "Can you float, bro?" And like, shut up.
Oh, it's Kame house party, bros. Can you float, bros? Float right now, bros.
People, when we're at the bar, the bartender will be like, "These are from the ladies at the end of the bar." And Vince is like, "Oh, I still got it." And I'm like, "I'm desperate. Please don't be a prank this time." But it's always a prank because it's
always
root beer
a prank.
Floats.
It's always root beer floats.
It's always we're like, God damn it.
And we drink them.
Well, they're good.
They're root beer floats.
I love a root beer float. Just because I can't do it myself.
Exactly.
Do we have another example? We famously can't float.
Let's just say when Aaron and I get on a duck boat, it sinks. You asked for one more.
Duck boat crash of 2021.
Yes, famously.
So these boys, they go into a cave. They find a big old clam. They find a clam. There's a big pearl in it. They try and get to it. There's a giant eel. They get attacked. Look, giant eel tries to fight him. Krillin gets knocked around. Apparently, he knocks something down, so rubble starts to collapse over the pearl.
Yeah, Krillin was gonna energy blast that eel. Like that was his next move.
Right.
He's gonna nail it between the eyes with an energy blast.
I mean, he'll do anything for love.
Mm-hmm. But he won't share his Dr. Pepper 10 because that's for men. Got the lick.
Yeah, Marin, come on. It says so right on the ad.
This is my favorite Earth beverage.
Hey, can I have some of that Dr. Pepper 10?
Of course you can, Green Man, because I just said
Okay, it's right the name, yeah.
you're a man, aren't you?
I mean, yeah.
Even you, Yamcha, you could have one of these.
Well, of course I can. I'm a man. Who said I wasn't? For real, who said it? I want names and numbers. So I can ask him politely not to do it anymore.
You there, Kakarot's boy. Want one?
Huh?
Too
Yeah,
bad.
Are you sure?
Can't
What?
have one. You're a boy, not a man.
Okay, technically true. What about you? What about me, Chiaotzu?
That goes
A
double
different
for
voice.
that grease paint freak.
I'm an adult.
You don't pass the eye test, shorty. Get lost.
Wait, you must be this tall to drink a Dr. Pepper 10?
And be a man.
What's the man? Hey, it's me, Yajirobe. I'm just running. Look, if I heard a bunch of guys were hanging out, so you know I had to be there, baby. What's a man, Vegeta? What's your definition?
Well, you must be at least the Baldy's height. You must have a power.
Me?
No,
Oh, good. Shoo.
that one.
I thought I'd have to spit all of it back up into this can and hand it over.
Sorry, let me try this again. You must be as tall as Mr. Dies a lot over there.
Ooh, a fun nickname. That means we're friends.
God, no, we're not.
No, that's what that means. Gohan called me Unky Piccolo, and that's why he's my son.
Green Man, you are this close to getting your Dr. Pepper taken away.
I love the flavors. I'm still trying to figure out what I do with this.
You drink it.
Ew.
What?
It's not clear. What's wrong with it? It's not clear. Is it contaminated?
No, it's for men.
What don't you understand?
What don't you idiots get? If Kakarot were here, he wouldn't get one either. You know why? Because he's a clown. Fights like one, acts like one.
What if Lord Beerus comes in?
Oh, of course. Well, Lord Beerus is even actually. You know what? No, Lord Beerus doesn't get. Screw him. This is just for men. He's a cat.
Screw me.
Was that my name I heard? Is Vegeta trying to screw me, Whis?
I think he's trying to keep a delicious treat that's only for men. Even on another planet, everyone knows Dr. Pepper 10 is only for men. Glug, glug, glug. Here, I prepared a saucer for you, Lord Beerus.
Ah. Thank you, Whis. I wish I could have said thank you to Vegeta for once, but instead I just lapped this up. It's just for men, damn it! I'm going to Namek. I'm going to New Namek. I'm going to get those Dragon Balls and make 3 wishes. Number 1, Dr. Pepper is only for men.
Dr. 10, you mean. Anyone can enjoy the refreshing taste of regular Dr. Pepper.
No!
What?
That's my first wish, is that Dr. Pepper and all of its flavors. Even Dr. Pepper.
All 23?
Himself, all 23 spice blend that goes into a Dr. Pepper is only for men. Wish number 2. I want to codify that into law across the universe. And wish number 3. I wish Kakarot was always in clown makeup.
Like he's on every morning, or like if he tries to wipe it off, it just magically appears back.
Yes, the second.
Okay.
He can never wipe it off.
It's some sort of oil that he secretes from his face.
it's just like Gatorade when it used to sweat green,
Oh,
but he perspires green. No, not. God damn it!
I don't drink Gatorade.
I apparently even the semi-clear ones.
I put all this stuff. Now what?
You know what? I'm going back into space. Going to search for Kakarot for a while.
Oh man, he's taking all the Dr. Pepper 10. He's got
You
cases
didn't-
of the stuff.
You didn't earn it.
He's gonna take them all up.
And see.
And see. Hi, Dr. 10.
Oh, we got to get some
Man.
We got to get some Dr. Pepper 10 up in here. Bring it back. Bring back Four Loko.
Is it because it rhymes with men?
I think so. I've been in
meeting?
enough pitch meetings where an ad company, a copywriter was like 10. You know that rhymes with men. Dr. Pepper, it's just for men. We'll throw Kevin Hart in here. It's 2010.
Yeah, everyone loves misogyny. This is gonna hit real big.
This is gonna be big.
Women love being told something's not for them.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, speaking of something that's not for men, I'm talking about that giant pearl because a cave-in almost happens. Krillin goes to grab the pearl, but the eel comes in, holds up the collapse with all of its might. All the other fishies come in. They hold it up. They comically scooch the clam across the ocean bed. And then they let the rubble fall, protecting the pearl. And then they fucking square up.
Mm-hmm.
So Krillin and Gohan.
Those fish square up, and then I don't know if this is the comparison that Gohan makes, but Gohan is like, you know what, Krillin? We're a lot like the Ginyu Force. And these fish are the Namekians. And the pearl is the Dragon Ball. Do you really? And he's like, do you really want to be like like the Ginyu Force? Because Krillin, they're willing to fight. And yeah. I'm by your reaction, I'm guessing it didn't go down that way.
No, it was just like, oh, it looks like this is, this pearl is their treasure. And then Krillin's like, I'm sorry, Marin, and then swims away like a baby.
Okay, because like after Gohan gives that
Jesus,
speech,
Gohan.
Krillin says this as they are swimming away. He's like, because he sees Marin's face in the pearl.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Oh, I get it. I understand now. I have to let Marin go." Like out of nowhere. Like it's really sad. It doesn't
not what
correlate.
I was talking about. I just
It doesn't
the situation.
Yeah, it just means, hey, Krillin, let's not get conflict pearls. You don't want fish blood on your hands when you propose this beautiful gift to Marin. Gohan was saying, why don't you just use some of that money you've been spending and buy a nice diamond ring like a normal
he
person?
Say that?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he should have. Yeah,
He should have.
He's 5. How could he?
He hasn't gotten to that textbook yet.
Yeah, the marriage book.
He's got the Encyclopedia Britannica. I was thinking he's going A to B to C in all the volumes.
He hasn't gotten the M yet.
Mm-mm.
Or P, proposal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He knows about engagements.
Yep. And he knows about abstinence. He knows what a bride is.
That was highlighted by Chi-Chi.
She ripped out ass.
Yeah, of course. Even when it was talking about a donkey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She drew a little picture of Goku.
Her only revenge. That's so they definitely add that in to your version is trying to make sense of the gobbledygook
Yeah.
that happens in this episode, because it seems like we can't have Krillin be down on himself, is what it seems like. Because that's all this episode is Krillin like having zero confidence and
Yeah.
thinking, I'm not good enough for Marin. I should just let her go. Like not being able to get the pearl in his mind, I think was just like the last, like, well, I suck.
Mhm.
I can't kill 100 fish for
Yeah.
love. Go, Gohan, I can't kill a bunch of fish. Let's go home and eat a fish dinner instead.
Yeah. I watched you. I watched you pull like 6 fish out of a lake once and kill them to eat them, but I can't do that.
Not for pearls.
Not for pearls, but you know,
So-
I'll destroy other living creatures with my energy blast, just not fish.
I prefer my kills to be sentient. Thoughts, feelings, fear. I mean, especially fear. So, oh my goodness. Okay. I don't want to run past this too much because I feel like let me get through this whole scene.
Yes.
And then I want to hear your end. Krillin and Marin go for a walk on the beach. Krillin's in front of her. She's kind of walking behind. Then Krillin is like kind of wishy-washy about what's happening. I didn't write down exactly what he said, but essentially he's like, look, I don't have what it takes to make you happy. Don't make that decision for your partner. They will determine that. They will let you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, so I guess I have to let you go because I can't make you happy. And then she kind of runs off. And the last thing she says is, quote, for you, Krillin, I wouldn't mind being a bride. Krillin turns around. Marin is walking away. And then she immediately, a dude like pulls up in his car, hover car, says, hey, baby, you want to go to West City? She's like, do I? Hops in, and then they drive off into the sunset.
Okay.
Because they're broken up.
Yeah, they've broken up.
Mm-hmm. Krillin's jaw drops on the floor. It's funny.
Yeah. Here's the coming at you with the English dub for this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Krillin says to Marin after that walk, he's like, Marin, they say that if you love something, sometimes you have to let it go. And I'm letting you go. Or something along those lines. So they cliche that part of it up.
Yeah.
Right? There's that beat because Krillin won't turn to face her to say it. Because he's like, this is so sad.
Classic coward.
Coward.
Has learned nothing.
In fact, has regressed, I think, in this episode. But so Marin says, like, you don't see her. You just, I think it's a shot of her feet. And there's feet in this for you freaks. She goes, I would have said yes, you know. And then she turns and walks away to the man with the fancy car who's driving on the beach like a madman. Who says, hey, babe, I'm going into the city. Want to come? And then she goes, can I get ice cream? He goes, sure. And then they drive into the ocean, which is, I guess, where West City is.
Yeah. That's where the ice cream is. That's where I bury my bodies, at least.
But it's pretty sad though when Krillin is trying to run after Marin, because he trips on a log and is like, Marin, wait, Marin, wait, oh, he like immediate regret.
Yeah, you idiot.
Yeah,
you played yourself.
And this is advice for everyone. Like, you had a great thing that you said. Don't ever make a decision for your partner that you're romantically involved in.
Mm-mm.
Don't ever assume that they don't want to help you or that they can't or that they're not willing or that they won't be accommodating to whatever it is that you need or want. Speak your truth to your partner and let them speak theirs back to you. That's how a relationship works. If you're able to like make those small adjustments, sometimes they're big ones. you can have a successful relationship. But poor Krillin,
He
pobrecito Krillin.
he he's young. It was the first one, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You know, the first one. You're just so, especially if you're a little later in life. I think you tend to go a little harder into the paint
yep.
with the things you think you're supposed to do.
Hmm.
Sure, there's a lot of self doubt. Krillin again learns zero.
Learns
He
nothing.
comes in. He's like, "Hey, I'm back, baby." The dude's sunglasses drop. The guy in the hover car.
Yeah.
Krillin takes him as a consolation prize, puts him on, walks in, or maybe it's just a foreshadowing of like, if this keeps up, he's just gonna be a Roshi. He's gonna follow the path of Roshi.
Oh, that could be that. That's nice. I didn't think about that, but that works.
He comes in, he's like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Look, Marin, we talked about it. She wasn't serious, so I said, bang, kicked her to the curb. Boop, boop, pew, pew. Ha 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 ha. That's definitely what happened."
Yeah. And this was pretty painful. The line is pretty similar in mine. He walks in and he's like, "Hey guys, oh well, Marin and I broke up. I guess she just just didn't work out." And does like a big fake laugh for a really long time. Who you get like cuts to everybody's reaction. Oolong's like, she broke up with him. I know it.
Yeah.
Chi, Bulma are like, we didn't like her. And
Yamcha's the most supportive. He's like, "Hey man, good for you. You know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes breaking up with Bulma is the best thing that ever happened. Don't tell Bulma I said that."
yeah, he's like, Bulma doesn't know, but I broke up with her a year and a half
Fucking rule.
ago. I said it when she was out of the room.
I wrote a note, but then I never gave it to her.
I gave it to one of her robot maids, and I think they thought it was trash.
I said, put this where it belongs.
But I like the worst part about this scene, and made me I wrote in my notes like big oof, is when it cuts to Gohan. Gohan is looking at Krillin like, ooh, I can see that you're in pain and that you're not expressing any of it. Like Gohan has like a knowing look. Like we talk about him not knowing a lot, but in this one moment, I was like, Gohan, I guess, knows what it is to have lost.
He's a bit of an empath.
Yeah, I guess that's it. He is a bit of an empath because he sensed, I guess, the fish's feelings and also could see the fish's feelings in their scowls. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, Krillin, this 6-7-year-old is kind of pitying you. And then it gets worse, right? Because we cut back to Krillin. This time you can kind of see through his glasses, and there are tears welling up in his eyes. And oh, poor Krillin.
The last shot is him cry laughing, hiding behind sunglasses. It's
rough.
It wasn't meant to be. You goofed. It wouldn't have worked out. Krillin,
It would have worked out.
You need a toughie.
Yeah.
I mean, she was bossy. Not even bossy.
She wasn't even bossy. She had her opinions. She liked to have fun. She hated being bored. You know.
She might be too wild. Or just Krillin, you're ready to settle down, right?
I guess that might be it.
I think that's probably it.
Krillin just wants to get into a nice routine with a nice
a nice subroutine.
Yeah, get into a nice subroutine with a woman who has an infinite energy supply, and she's got to be equal as tough as Goku.
Yeah, just someone who likes to just on a Sunday just sit on the couch and recharge. When she wakes up in the morning, she says, "Hello, Moto."
The kind of young lady who might have a bomb in her stomach. Yeah. That's the kind of girl Krillin's into.
Just every now and again, she'll just go, droid.
Oh my God, we are hitting the
Remember that?
we were hitting the mid 2000s commercials real nice on this episode.
Real hard. And we gotta that's the end of the episode, so we gotta hit the road. I don't even look, only call to action is just go to twitch.com/Kame House Party. Give us a follow there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll learn about the stream for Akira on October 15th with Vince. You'll know about the Hyperbolic Time Chamber on October 29th. Do we mention we're going to be in person on that day, on that stream?
We haven't, but
we're going to be in the same room.
Yeah, after years of doing virtual hangouts, Vince and Aaron are going to be face to freaking face.
We'll face it to the camera.
Yeah, we'll face to camera face. Yeah. We'll watch each other in the monitor. But yeah, it's so exciting. I'm excited to actually be in your presence and give you a nice big hug and also raise a bunch of money for a great cause. And look, we don't have enough time to go through email today. So thank you for sending those in. If you got KHP research into kamehousepartypod@gmail.com, talked about it at the top of the show, talk about it now. Follow us on all social medias. And now we're going to get out of here because whether you are finding the diet soda that's just for you, or you're diving deep into the ocean blue, you gotta keep fighting. Ha! Ha!
It's for men!
It's for men!